South Africa didn't just announce a squad, they unleashed a statement. 54 names. That's not just depth, that's intimidation. It's control. It's dominance. While most nations struggle to field 23 solid players, Rassie Erasmus casually assembled a group so large and so lethal it could form 3 international sides, and all of them would be terrifying. What's the plan here? Why did Rassie resist the urge to trim the fat and instead stack the Springbok roster to the heavens? Because this isn't about July, this is about 2027, and the rest of the world has no idea what's coming. When the list dropped, it felt like someone had accidentally leaked a rugby fantasy draft. It's just that absurd. 54 elite athletes. A lineup so thick with talent it reads like a World 15 selection sheet. And yet none of this was by accident. Rassie and his coaching team didn't forget to cut the squad down. They chose not to. Why? Because every single one of these men brings value. Every name is a weapon. In fact, Erasmus could probably divide the group into 3 squads, and all of them would handle Italy or Georgia without blinking. And that's exactly who's lined up. Italy, Georgia, and a Barbarians exhibition. These aren't the world's top 5 teams, but they're the perfect testing ground. This isn't just rugby. This is a controlled experiment, and the Springboks are running the lab. In 2024, South Africa used 51 players. That's not normal. Most coaches lock into a core group, but Rassie kept experimenting, kept rotating, kept sending the message, no one spot is safe. So was 2024 just a chaotic reshuffling? Not exactly. It was the first act of a longer plan. Many assumed that 2025 would mark the return to consistency, to chiseling down the group and prepping for the next World Cup cycle. But that's not what happened. Instead, the 54-man list suggests the experiment isn't over. It's just heating up. With Italy and Georgia offering relatively lower risk, there's a golden opportunity to stretch the limits, to stress test combinations, to watch new blood rise under pressure. This is what Rassie does better than anyone. He sees the long game. And sometimes the long game means playing everyone now to dominate later. But behind every giant squad are the shadows of the ones left out, and this time those shadows are glaring. Most fans immediately noticed it. No Evan Roos. This isn't just some injury absence. This feels like a message, a challenge, perhaps even a punishment. In previous camps, Roos had been present, active, on the radar, but now he's out. And not just out, but unable to make another impression until the next URC season. What does that tell us? Maybe the coaching staff expected more. Maybe they wanted hunger, leadership or development and didn't get it. For someone so young and promising, it's a stunning exclusion. Then there are the injuries. Elrai Lu, Trevin Canemore, others sidelined. Unlucky, yes. But it also opens the door for others, because in a squad this massive, it's not about waiting for chances, it's about seizing them before someone else does. Look past the headline names and a pattern emerges. This isn't just about fielding legends, it's about blooding the future. The average age of this squad, just under 28. Compare that to the 2023 World Cup winning squad, which averaged nearly 30, 9 uncapped players, multiple returns from overseas, and a visible increase in locally based athletes, players connected directly to the South African domestic system. This is evolution, not revolution. A silent rebuild that's happening in plain sight. Rassie isn't scrapping veterans. He's surrounding them with firepower, so that by the time 2027 arrives, there's no drop-off, no panic, no reset, just momentum, and it's working. Because this isn't a team reacting to a new era. It's a team designing it, so who makes the cut when it counts? At loosehead prop, Oxenche remains untouchable. He's the rock. But behind him, it's chaos in the best way. And Tuthuko Machunu is smashing his way into the conversation, while Simfiwe Matanzima and others wait to prove their worth. At tight head, Thomas du Toit is wrecking scrums in the Premiership and might just be the most dominant forward in the league. He's not just versatile, he's explosive. And with Frans Malherbe injured, the stage is set for someone new to stake a claim. The back row is pure overload. Shakolisi, Pieter-Steph du Toit and Jasper Wiese are still the gold standard, but Cameron Hanekom, he's coming, and fast. Every game he plays, he shifts momentum, you can feel it. The jersey's not his yet, but it's close. Hooker battles, classic. Malcolm Marx and Bongi Mbonambi, two veterans, two warriors. Add in Joseph Dweba and the uncapped Jan Hendrik Wessels, and you've got a fight for the future. Some names felt like warm hugs. Faf de Klerk, back again. The heart, the edge, the wild hair. He's more than just a fan favourite. He's a strategist, a pressure valve, a leader for knockout games when chaos needs control. And then there's Andre Pollard, always calm, always clinical. If there was a World Cup final tomorrow, no coach would hesitate to name him. But now, he's joined by younger fly halves with flair, Libbok, Sasha Feinberg, Mangomezulu, Hendrikse. Suddenly Pollard is both anchor and insurance. In the backs, the legends hold strong: Colby, Arendse, DDA, Creel. But new names are emerging too. Ethan Hooker could be the breakout star of 2024, a teenager with nerves of steel and a brain for space. Makaza from UCT, raw but gifted, has a boot like a sniper rifle. Rassie isn't choosing between youth and experience, he's using both at once, like weapons in a rotating arsenal. Everything about this squad screams one thing: future-proofing. This isn't just about the Rugby Championship, it's about what comes after. South Africa is building a fortress, and they're building it in real time. With more players returning to local franchises, the Springbok machine becomes easier to manage, easier to mould. They're tightening the circle, and with Tony Brown helping reshape attacking structures, the evolution is obvious. It's not brute strength anymore. It's strategy, variety, surgical control. They're not just preparing to beat you, they're preparing to outthink you. And if this is the squad for July, imagine what the final 33 for 2027 will look like. Most nations name a squad to compete. South Africa names a squad to dominate, to flex, to frighten. And when your third string team could beat Tier 1 nations, what does that say about your first? This 54-man announcement isn't overkill. It's orchestration. Every piece, every name, every selection is part of something bigger, something terrifying. So here's the question: who shocked you the most, and who didn't make the list that absolutely should have? Drop your thoughts below. Because if this is what Rassie shows us in public, just imagine what he's planning behind the curtain.